Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Narayana Hari Narayana Narayana Hari Shri GURUBHYO NAMAHA. Yes, respected friends, welcome all. Our 5 things today: Vedic chanting, common sense thought, Mangala Charana Shloka, Sankalpa, Upanishad Mantra Ucharana, and our study of Shwethashwathara Upanishad, 4th chapter, continuation of some more information about the self, some more data for us to contemplate, some more encouragement and inspiration given to us by the Rishi for this higher pursuit. In today's Vedic chanting, we will do Ayushya Suktam, then Anobhadraha Suktam. Let us do them, how much time it takes. If time permits, we will do even Roga Nivarana Suktam. Om अथ आयुष्य सूक्तम् ॐ यो ब्रह्मा ब्रह्मण उज्जहार प्राणैः शिरः कृत्तिवासाः पिनाकी ईशानो देवः स न आयुर्दधातु तस्मै जुहोमि हविषाघृतेन बिभ्राजमानः शरीरस्य मध्यात् रोचमानो धर्म रुचिर्य आगात् घर्म रुचिर्य आगात् समृत्युपाशानपनुद्य घोरान् इहायुषेणोऽघृतमत्तु देवः ब्रह्मज्योतिर्ब्रह्मपत्नीषु गर्भं यमादधात् पुरुरूपं जयन्तम् सुवर्णरभग्रह सुवर्णरम्भग्रहमर्कमर्च्यं तमायुषे वर्धयामो घृतेन श्रियं लक्ष्मीम् औबलामम्बिकां गां षष्ठीं च यामिन्द्रसेनेत्युदाहुः तां विद्यां ब्रह्मयोनिगं स्वरूपमिहायुषे तर्पयामो घृतेन दाक्षायण्यः सर्वयोन्यः स योन्यः सहस्रशो विश्वरूपा विरूपाः ससूनवः सपदयः सयूत्या आयुषेणो घृतमिदं जुषन्तां दिव्या गणा बहुरूपाः पुराणा आयुश्चिदो नः प्रमथ्नन्तु वीरान् तेभ्यो जुहोमि बहुधा घृतेन मानः प्रजागुं रीरिषो मोत वीरान् एकः पुरस्तात्य इदं बभूव यतो बभूव भुवनस्य गोपाः यमप्येति भुवनगं साम्पराये स नो हविर्घृतमिहायुषेत्तु देवः वसोन् रुद्रानादित्यान् मरुतोत साध्यान् ऋभून् यक्षान् गन्धर्वागश्च पितृगश्च विश्वान् भृगून् सर्पागंश्चाङ्गिरसोऽथ सर्वान् हृदगं हृत्वा स्वायुष्यामहयाम शश्वत विष्णो त्वन्नो अन्तमः यच्च सहन्त्य प्रतिधारामधुश्च्युत उत्सं दुह्रते अक्षितम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ आनो भद्राः सूक्तम् ॐ आनो भद्राः क्रतवो यन्तु विश्वतो दब्धासो अपरीतास उद्भिदः देवानो यथा सदमिद्वृधे असन्नप्रायुवो रक्षितारो दिवे दिवे देवानां भद्रा सुमतिर्रुजु यथा देवानां रातिरविनो निवर्तताम् देवानां सख्यमुपसेदिमा वयं देवान आयुः प्रथिरन्तु जीवसे तान् पूर्वया निविदाहोमहे वयं भगं मित्रमदितिं दक्षमश्रिदं हर्यमणं वरुणं सोममश्विना सरस्वतीनः सुभगामयस्करत तन्नो वातो मयो भुवातु भेषजं तन्माता पृथिवी तत्पिता द्यौः तद्ग्रावाणः सोमसुतो मयो भुवस्तदश्विना शृणुतं धिष्ण्या युवं तमीशानं जगतस्तस्तुषस्पतिं धियं जिन्वमवसे हूमहे वयं पूषा नो यथा वेदसा सामसद् वृधे रक्षिता पायुरदब्धः स्वस्तये स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु पृषदश्वामरुतः वृष्णिमातरः शुभं यावानो विदथेषु जग्मयः अग्निजिह्वामनवः सूरचक्षसो विश्वे नो देवा अवसागमन्निह भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवांसस्तनोभिर्व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः शतमिन्नु शरदो अन्तिदेवा यत्रा नश्चक्राजरसं तनूनां पुत्रासो यत्र पितरो भवन्ति मानो मध्यारीरिषतायुर्गन्तोः अदितिर्द्यौरदितिरन्तरिक्षमदितिर्माता स पिता स पुत्रः विश्वे देवा अदितिः पञ्चजना अदितिर्जातमदितिर् जनित्वम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ अथ रोगनिवारण सूक्तम् ॐ जरायुजः प्रथम उश्रियो वृषा वातभ्रजास्तनयन्नेति वृष्ट्या स नो मृडाति तन्वरुजुगोरुजन् य एकमोज्जस्त्रेधा विचक्रमे अङ्गे अङ्गे शोचिषा शिश्रियाणं नमस्यन्तस्त्वा हविषा विधेम अङ्गान् समङ्कान् अङ्कान् समङ्कान् हविषा विधेम यो अग्रभीत् पर्यास्या ग्रभीता मुञ्च शीर्षक्त्या उत कास एनं परुष्परुरुक्विवेशा परुष्परुरा विवेशा यो अस्य यो अभ्रजावातजायश्च जुष्मो वनस्पतीन् स च तां पर्वतांश्च शम्मे परस्मै गात्राय शमस्त्ववराय मे शम्मे चतुर्भ्यो अङ्गेभ्यः शमस्तु तन्वे मम ॐ शान्तिः 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 every day for some time. This type of Vedic chanting will definitely help us in not one or two, but so many aspects. That's great. Your cooperation every day is of highest encouragement. Do continue that. Get your book, keep it ready. Maybe in 2 days' time we'll start chanting our 10th Mandalam of Rigveda. Friends, in today's very short common sense thought, the discussion is so simple that you and I little better or different from our earlier times before we started studying the Upanishads. The reference now is that because of study of the Upanishads, Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo. So, little better informed we are, if at all we think so, of the Upanishadic truth, the reality. We can also think that it is right time for us to think about what life we are predominantly, majorly living, and what exactly in the outer world that is happening. After thinking, after understanding, and then comparing it with the Brahma Vidya we have heard of the Upanishads, we can see is that life which we are living right now predominantly, can it be changed? Should it be changed? While thinking like that, obviously our life is about the outer world only. We are also seeing the outer world continuously, constantly. Therefore, still should we continue giving the same old, that much importance to the outer world and outer life, or can we start turning towards what we have studied through the Upanishads? A loud, a clear, a deeper, and little intense thinking. Personally, if we can do so, we may come to some understanding. See, unless these exercises are done, we don't even know that we have to change. Otherwise, this routine outer life keeps on continuing, even though we are here in the Upanishadic class listening about Brahma Vidya. And one day, suddenly, for any reason, every reason, no reason, this listening of Brahma Vidya can halt, can stop. But the samsara was continuing. So that will keep on continuing on, isn't it? So we have to think. Can we little bit change? What it means is what? Can we start becoming little more introverted than the extroverted? Can we attend to our inner antakarana more than the outer things? Can we just understand about the outer world to say that how much ever glitters the world may have, today's world, luckily for us, so much glittering it is wherever you go. The whole world has changed, especially last 30, 40 years, 20, 30 years. So much of the bhoga, bhoga, bhoga. But then when one involves in it, it's empty only. Think about it. For that small little time, there may be some pleasures. But it's not eternal, it's not permanent, it's not so infinite, it's not no glorious. Thank God we have a sample of, a glimpse of even the higher and greater worlds of bhoga, like that of Swarga Adi. When you see this world, this phenomenal world, तो ये जैसा, like in the Upanishad it is said, निर्वेदमायात नास्ति अकृतः कृतेन, means this world so glamorous, so wonderful looks, but there's nothing so deep about it, so elating about it, so contending about it, so permanently giving contentment or satisfaction about it. Like this, every world also, whichever the higher world, like your own village, better than that, a town, better than that, the district headquarters, better than that, a state capital, isn't it? Or the national capital, or a better, highly sophisticated nation, let us say, more advanced with. जितना भी देखो इस पृथ्वी में, they're all for some time only. They're only delusory if you can understand the meaning of the word. That they pull us, we go into that. They give us pleasures at the most, at the gross sharira level and in the indriya level. That also temporary, tiring, exhausting, isn't it? Like this, any world also, even you go to the Swarga. So, can we therefore rethink about these things and develop that disinterestedness towards them, which we technically call it as Vairagya? Then, like the great seekers of the Nachiketas or any of the Jignasus of the Upanishads which we are studying, can we think for ourselves about uh, trying to achieve to that permanent? You and I especially, because we have given sufficient valuable time of our life to study the Upanishadic truth. जिन्होंने नहीं पढ़ा तो उनको इन्फॉर्मेशन ही नहीं है तो they can't have any alternative. They have only one worldliness in the world, and worldliness they may have plenty of alternatives. Like we are seeing this same subject in our Gita second chapter also. For those people, Bahushaka hi anantaha cha. They have plenty of branches of outer world and worldliness. And like as we just now said in today's improving India also. In one particular town, you can go to one mall. Example. In that one mall, from one floor to the other, and in each floor, from one shopping place to the other. That particular thing. Finish that one place, go to the second floor, third, there are 10 floors. Finish the entire mall, your travel that day. Go another day to the other mall. Like that, there are 50 in one city. Like that, there are how many cities India now? One mall only, I'm telling the example of. So keep on traveling. Then go beyond India. How many countries are there in this world? Every one of them. And by the time you finish the last one, the many, many newer ones have come where you have started, isn't it? So to go to the other worlds. This is not for those who have never studied Upanishad, who have never attended Sat Vedantic classes which talk about the Brahman, the Atman, the truth, the reality, the substratum, the permanent, the eternal, the immutable, the birthless, the deathless, the changeless. जिनके बारे में नहीं सुना उनसे हम ये सब नहीं कह सकते, isn't it? उनसे कुछ नहीं कहना, नमस्कार तो. But you have given time, you have heard for time, so an extra information is received by us. And if that information has become little understanding, then a question of this. Okay, can we understand, accept this whole world is like that? And it will have many, many. But all of them are temporary. They consume our time energy. So the thought is, like Nachiketa said, I don't want any one of them. Therefore, I don't pursue them. Now, Upanishads have given me good data, and I have sufficiently deliberated on them. Then walking the presence of that unknowable, unseeable reality is being understood by me, and its glory also accepted. Now let me pursue it. For the sake of that, becoming antarmukha. Then setting right our inner upadhis of mana, buddhi, chitta, and ahankara, and all of that. Can we work on these lines? जितना शक्ति हो उतना, थोड़ा थोड़ा. Nothing happens overnight, abruptly, completely. But it's our orientation if it gets towards this. And if we start giving time little, little. And sir, today is the day for my mind's quietening. I'll try. And luckily, you and I, other than Upanishad, So many other prakaranas, all of them we are studying. Gita Adi we are studying. In all of them, the entire understanding about the upadhis, their limitations, how they have to be controlled, mastered, so much data is being given to us by the krupa of our Guru Parampara. Using all of that, one by one, let me eradicate the vasanas and their pressure. Let me quieten my mind. Let me purify my antakarana. Let me make my chitta ekagra yukta. Isn't it? Let me make my buddhi sukshma. Let me go into that zone, and the spiritual zone of contemplations, inquiries about that Paramatma again with the help of the data received from the Upanishads only. More clear can we become about this truth and more nearing towards it, isn't it? Through our dhyana, the sadhanas, as we were guided so beautifully through that Brahma Jnana Vali Mala. We'll be starting the Brahmanuchintanam, Atmanuchintanam in a day or two. So, the discussion today is what? With the data received through our classes, with the world seen by us and experiences gained, with the right amount of thinking and inquiry, can we slowly reduce our involvement in that changeable, continuous world and worldliness? And can we give that time energy in pursuing this changeless eternal? For which, first thing is saying no to that, second is becoming antarmukha, third is each equipment is made ready, fourth is taking off in those inner journeys. Try करके देखते है ना, out of enthusiasm, out of curiosity or inquisitiveness, whatever those things which will put us on this effort sustainingly, each one will have each of the feelings which help them. किसी को श्रद्धा है, किसी को जिज्ञासा है ना, किसी को एक्सपेरिमेंट करेंगे ऐसे वाला, कुछ भी हो, ये वाला परस्यू करो. And then somehow, as it happened to all those who tried, if it happens to us also, that we truly have quietened the mind, halted the mind, tasted that which is beyond the mind, which is being every day bombarded into our intellect, especially by this Shwethashwathara Upanishad, which we are studying in with Bhashyam. That glimpse, imagine if it comes to us. And see, now we are in tune with the words of those rishis who are continuously experiencing the truth alone. And like the student who was in the class 9, 10 level, wanted to become a doctor. It was just his thought. But luckily finished 12th, went through those exams, got the seat, studied those 10, 11 years medicine, and now he is given that certificate that you are a doctor. And now he has got that the white jacket or the coat or their stethoscope, and there he is in that chamber seated, the patients coming. No, practically when he is seeing the patients, their diseases, he is understanding what he has studied in the classes, he is prescribing, they are getting well. Ab dekho, he is now in the group of those doctors, which was an imagination for him 20 years back, 10 years back. So to a sports person, a child, 7, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, just playing some sport, let's say cricket, but somehow pursued it, slowly came up to the level of state team or national team. See that now he is with those elite people in that group that is sharing that hotels or whatever called place with the so-called great players, and whom he was taking as guides or icons for himself. अब उनके साथ he is there. Imagine like that billion examples of the whole world. So too All the great rishis, munis, what truth they are experiencing, what they are expounding, which we have studied, a glimpse of that if it comes to us, and we start becoming more consistent about it, serious about it, sincere about it, how glorious it would be. Can we think in these encouraging lines, self motivating lines, in these inspiring lines, and even start planning and start doing, and if possible, doing single pointedly, doing totally involvingly, doing more aggressively, if I can use the word. Each one, some can be a mediocre, some can be starting very slowly, depending on their age or the capacities, the convictions, all of. Some can be very aggressive towards. So now I understood it. Now I am taking it as a diksha, as a vrata, as an anushtana. And then I went to the correct guru. I asked him, this is what is my total commitment. Nishchayatmika buddhi has come to me. Guru, please guide me. And the Guru tells, now this is how you have to stop all these things, take to this place and start doing this for this 1 or 2 months, gather your all resources, become deeper. When he gets those guidances, and he does it really wonderful. जैसे हर एक फील्ड में होता है कि we consult the experts after ourselves being fully convinced, thoroughly convinced to pursue that particular field, and very aggressive. Aggressive means he just want to do it and achieve it. That type of people. आप में से हम में से कोई है तो they can do like that. If not, the people who are mediocres, that much they can do. और at least start तो कर ले. क्या कर सकते हैं क्या है. और बस परिमित सीमित रखो अपना ये उपनिषद ज्ञान only to the class level. Leave it there and then continue to be in the world, in the same world of bhoga, of Shabdasparshadi, through the Indriyas, as if nothing of the Vedanta touched us, and we are so coolly normal, like anybody. Nothing of the spirituality made us above normal, not abnormal. Huh? One can do that also. So then later on, let's not blame. What's the difference between my life and others' life that I also lived? I studied Upanishads, but there's no change at all in my. You have not used it. Which is the Upanishadic Rishi guaranteed that just by listening and without doing anything, that things will happen? होता है क्या किसी भी फील्ड में नहीं होता तो इधर भी नहीं होता. So in today's common sense thought, so though we mentioned it as common sense thought, but it is little more related to what we are doing, giving it more meaning and becoming more clear in that purpose as well as pursuit. So may the divine in all forms bless the interested in us to become more sincere, serious about this pursuit. And for that, as we said, the antharmukata, the vairagya, preparing our upadhis and giving that particular package of time, let's say 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours evening, and trying to become more and more deeper in that. ऐसा करते रहो तो होता रहता. And when we think and decide, that's the auspicious moment. That's the muhurta. Start doing and keep doing. That's it. That's how it happens. और उसके कोई शुभ मुहूर्त शुभ घड़ी कोई आकर कुछ करें ऐसा नहीं होता. कोई पुजारी जी आकर नारियल फोड़ के पूजा करना व्हेन यू मेक ए बिल्डिंग एंड ऑल शंकुस्थापना होता है ऐसा नहीं है. यू डू योर शंकुस्थापना इनसाइड आप परस्यूइंग इट. So I mean, which day is the auspicious? The day you start is auspicious. Right now, today only you can do it. And no, but today I'm busy. Tomorrow can I start? Yeah, good. Today, tomorrow, this 1 week I'm very busy. I'm busy in my this or that person. Next week can I start? How you do it? जब करना है, कर लो जल्द से जल्द कर लो है ना. एक एक चीज cut off from the outer things unwanted because we are already said no. We have gone through it. We have seen it. We have tested. We have tasted. We have understood it. The maturity तो होना चाहिए ना. बस जितना भी करो इतना ही होता है। अब मुझे उपनिषद जो सुनाऊं, वहां का जो ट्रुथ है उसका टेस्ट करना है। And nobody can force this. No guru forces. Every guru, like Krishna Bhagavan, giving the best of the knowledge, they say, Yatha इच्छसि तथा कुरु only. एंड हमारे लाइफ के बारे में याद रखो, हमें पढ़ना है, मीन्स हमें इंटरेस्ट होना है ना. Is it not ridiculous, at least to you and I, after these many years of study, that we still wait for someone to tell that this is good for your life? That was okay in the initial days. We were less informed or uninformed. But थोड़ा spirituality करो. अब you cannot afford now. It will be ridiculous and laughable still if we wait for someone to think for us and to suggest still कि भाई आप थोड़ा आप spiritual बनो. अब इतना सुन चुके हैं, अब then बेइज्जत नहीं करना अपने आप को. It's an insult to our own listening, our own understanding, our own maturity. That if still you will look outside for someone to continue inspiring us, pushing us. No, the next level of inspiration push we need now. We should. First level we should. That now I am totally into that. And to go deeper into that, what's required, that guidance you take. But शुरुआत कराने वाला अभी हमको और किसी की जरूरत नहीं होनी चाहिए. We have to start. Think about it. And the life is there as much as it is with all the health and facilities. तो मूवमेंट में मूवमेंट तो खत्म होता ही रहेगा. उसको किस में भी इन्वेस्ट करो, दैट्स योर चॉइस, isn't it? So no, the 18th July has come, it will go. 19th will come and go. Years will pass. Even lives will pass. Why? Even Mahakalpa also will pass. कितने ब्रह्मदेवों के साथ हम इस जगत में थे पता नहीं, विदाउट डूइंग आवर साधन चलता रहता. Is I will have to take up that. As it is said in Katha Upanishad, Durame te viparite vishuchi avidyaya cha vidyeti jnata vidyabhipsinam nachiketasam manye natva kama bahavo lolupant. What a beautiful it is. Very elating, very inspiring. The two totally opposite paths are there. One is avidya and the other is vidya. I have understood by testing you that you are the vidya abhipsa, vidyarthi you are. Vidya abhipsinam nachiketa saman. Because all of the temptations I gave you, none of them have natva kama bahavo lolupanto. None of them have tempted you. Wow, Nachiketas, you are fit for vidya. No, I can't escape. I have to give you only. Such a wonderful song. क्या बढ़िया लेवल है लाइफ का. बढ़ाओ अपना अंदर के लाइफ के लेवल को. बाहर का जितना भी उतर खड़ते ऊपर चलते जाओ वो सिर्फ गिरने के लिए है. Isn't it? Outer life, financially, status wise, whatever we grow in, it's only to again end only. The Indra Padavi will end, the Brahmadeva Padavi will end, our crores and crores of rupees also one day will go away. Is it not? Just like the एक बाढ़ आ गया, एक बारिश आ गया, सारा बैंक ही चला गया मानो जिसमें हमने पैसा रखा. अब क्या बोलोगे अभी? हैव इंश्योरेंस, इंश्योरेंस के कागज ही चले गए. Think about it. What remains? Very good. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now let us just chant, do our Mangalacharana Shlokadi. Om 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 Sahanavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo. Om Yerime Gurubhi Purvam. Om Nidhay Shankaram Shankaracharyam. Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam. Om Shruti Smriti Purananam. Om Karuna Palaya Mam. भवसागर दुःख विदून हृदम रचयाखिल दर्शन तत्वविदम Bhava Shankara Deshikame Sharanam Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam. Om Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Samasta Brahma Vidyacharibhyo Rishibhyo Munibhyo Gurubhyo Devatabhyo Asmad Gurubhyo Namaha. Sankalpaha Tesham Sarvesham Krupanugrahena उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणेव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्ति सनातन धर्म से विश्व व्याप्ति विश्वध्यात्मिक प्रगति धर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजय राम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेष निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूलन पूर्वक वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृते धर्म मोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठा अस्यां कक्षायामागतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थमनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदा आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यो नित्य ओम नित्यानंदम निराधारम निखिलाधारमव्ययम निगमाद्यगतम नित्यम नीलकंठं नमाम्यहम्. पारायणार्थे द्वितीयोऽध्यायः. Second chapter, friends. 11, 12, 13. Only these three mantras. Om Nihara Dhumarkanilanalanam Khadyota Vidyut Spatikashashinam Etani Rupani Purassarani ब्रह्मण्यभिव्यक्तिकराणि योगे पृथ्व्यप्तेजो निलके समुत्थिते पञ्चात्मके योगगुणे प्रवृत्ते न तस्य रोगो न जरा न मृत्युः प्राप्तस्य योगाग्निमयं शरीरं लघुत्वमारोग्यमलोलुपत्वं वर्णप्रसादं स्वरसौष्ठवं च गन्धः शुभ्रो मूत्र शुभो मूत्रपुरीशमल्पम् yoga pravrittim pratamam vadanti. Chanting is done. Let us take up our today's portion of study. Friends, we tried yesterday to go through and grasp in the 14th chapter, mantra number 19. What was it? Naina murdvam na tiryam cha namadhe parijagrabhat natasya pratima asti यस्य नाम महत यशः. So directionally, Bhagavan cannot be conditionally in a limited way understood or graspable. Naina murdvam na tiryam cha na madhye parijagravat. One thing. So in any of the directions, Bhagavan cannot be conditionally caught. Then what? Two things. One, to the Lord or in the Lord, there are no directions, then all directions are imagined, projected in the Lord. So here, Urdhvam, Tiryam, Tiryak, they are talked about directions. The directions talk about the space. When we talk about the space, it's closely related. Time also we have to bring into. When time and space come, they get solidified to form the objects or the sthula vishayas. So when one thing is said, naina murdhvam natiriyam cha, means the desha parichinnata is not there in the Lord, the other things also we have to understand. So the saramsha of all of that is what? Paramatma tattva is desha kala vastu atita. This is the meaning of Naina Murdham Natiryam Chana Madhye Parijagrabhat. Parijagrabhat means understood or caught. The Lord cannot be caught in the concepts of Deshakala Vastu. Deshakala Vastu are superimposed on him by us, and we give reality to it and we are involving in them. Then on the seat of contemplation, when we transcend them, then the Deshakala Vastvatita Tattva is understood experience. That's the meaning. We have seen it yesterday exhaustively. The second was Natasya Pratima Asti. This E being one without second, There is no pratima or pratima में उपमा, उपमान, दैट अच्छा परमात्मा को जाना वो देखो इस ऑब्जेक्ट की तरह रहते हैं, ऐसा कहने को कोई दूसरा वस्तु ही नहीं. दिस वाज द न तस्य प्रतिमा अस्ति मीनिंग. थर्ड वन वाज यस्य नाम महत यशः. जिस परमात्मा का नाम क्या है, महत है और यश है. महत यश इज नाम. व्हाट इज महत यश? इज महान एंड इज यश स्वरूप. भगवान gave the bhashya for it as what? यस्य नाम महत यशः यस्य ईश्वरस्य नाम अभिधानम. महत means दिगादि अनवच्छिन्नम. महत, his name is महत यशः. What do you mean by Mahat? Digadi anavacchinnam. Digadi means, Dik means Disha. Disha means direction. Direction means space. Space means Adi. Adi means Kala and Vastu. So Desha Kala Vastu unconditional. Unconditional by these three. Then Sarvatra Paripurnam. He is full everywhere. Yashaha Kirti. है ना? He is Mahatta is unconditional. Kirti is Purna. Non-conditionalness is Mahatta, then Yasha is, he is Paripurna. So Mahata Yasha, that is his name. So what is the name of the Lord? Mahadyasha. In that Mahadyasha, the name of the Lord, how many words are there? Two. What are they? Mahat and Yasha. What do you mean by Mahata? Unconditioned by Desha Kala Vastu. What is the meaning of Yashaha? Purnaha. You understand? This is how, like, how much time it takes for a medical student to understand the medical words terminology and tune to it. तो 3-4 महीने तो लगते हैं ना. In the same way for you and I to tune to these Upanishadic Shabdas which indicate to us the truth, some 1 or 2 decades it will take, 10-12 years. क्योंकि उस सिर्फ अब इसी में नहीं है ना, इन सबको भुलवाने वाले पूरे दुनिया में भी हम दिन भर है. That's what is causing delay. Why do you say 7-10 years? Why can't it happen in 1 year? Why will not it happen? It will happen, but give up everything, do only this. होगा फिर? है कि नहीं? We just throw our Upanishads just like that after the class and go and take up the newspaper or switch on the TV. To such minds, how can there be the retention of what is heard in the class? Only after retaining what is heard, that we can work on it through contemplation, etc., to strengthen the information, to convert the information into knowledge, to get convinced from that knowledge, to take an initiative, to pursue, as it was said in the common sense thought today, that we get the glimpses of that experience. अब हम सब कर नहीं रहे ना, इसलिए समय बताया जाता. लगे रहो फिर तो हो जाता है तुरंत. तो यस्य नाम महद्यशः. So न तस्य प्रतिमा अस्ति. Then नैनम ऊर्ध्वम न तिर्यम च न मध्ये परिजग्रभत. दिस उपनिषदिक स्टाइल भाई. याद रखो जिंदगी में ना हर एक बंदे का अपना स्टाइल होता. You have to understand his style and tune to him so that you are able to express good rapport and get what you want. Your son will have his own style. Your son-in-law will have his own style. Your wife will have her own style. Husband will have his own style. Your boss. हर एक का अपना अपना अंदाज है कि नहीं, तो उसको जानकर ट्यून करना. सो टू ए उपनिषद का अंदाज है. दिस इज हाउ द उपनिषद्स आर. तो वी हैव टू ट्यून. दे टॉक लाइक दैट ओनली. नहीं न मूर्धम न तिरियम च न मध्ये पर्यग्रभत न तस्य प्रतिमा अस्ति यस्य नाम महद्यश. है ना? Now, you want to understand it in more detail, which I have avoided yesterday, day before. Take the Gita and take the other Purusha Suktam Ityadi. In Gita, what was talked about Urdhvamulam, Adashakam, Ashwatham? It was talked about samsara. So Nainam Urdhvam Natiryam Chanamadhya Varyagravat means in that Paramatma, that Urdhvamula Adashakarupi, samsara is not at all there. Samsara Vruksha. I not brought all of that references. You know, it becomes again, some of you who have already heard Gita, उनके लिए फिर related होता है. So too in Purusha Suktam what's talked about Paramatma Tiryagurdhamadashayi Rashmayastasya Santata. It was said in the Narayana Upanishad. और सहस्र शीर्षा पुरुष सहस्राक्ष. तो वो जो सगुण पुरुष का वहां वर्णन किया इन द निरुण ब्रह्म, दैट आल्सो इज नॉट देयर, है ना. दोज हु आर सीइंग दिस वर्ल्ड फॉर अस, for the sake of us, to take us beyond this, we are told to see the whole world as one unit or entity, and that entity we are told as the Purusha, and that Purusha's avayavas are told as this whole Prithvi. What? Prithvi, etc. To drag our attention from what we see to that Purusha Tattva. Once you are able to meditate on that Sahasra Purusha, then this comes into picture. Bhai, that also is a concept. The reality is Naina Murdam Natiryam cha Namadhi Natasya Pratimast. Is it? मजेदार. ये उपनिषद का एक बार टेस्ट लग जाए, समझ में आना शुरू होता है ना. Nothing in the world is tastier than this. Not even any of the Purana, इतिहास and all the कहानियां. अब क्या बात करते हो, राम एंड कृष्ण एंड लड़ाई झगड़ा, सेम इमोशन सेंटिमेंट, दिस डिवोटी कम्स एंड क्राइज दैट, वेयर आर ऑल ऑफ देम इन द प्योर ब्रह्मन, बताओ. If not for the headache, people want to hold on to that and cry and say, भगवान says I'll give you moksha. No, तुम रखो मोक्ष, मुझे रोना है तुम्हारे पाँव पे, and I have to make your feet dirty with my own tears. What the one who understands the Brahman, the Atman, ये सब तो ठीक है. Okay, friends, now let us enter into the 19th mantra, Sambandha Bhashya, mantra mantrartha, and then mantra with Bhashya. What is it? I am doing the Sambandha Bhashya with the 19वां mantra, 19. Sorry, 19 हो गया, 20वां, 20th. ओम ईशस्य इंद्रियादि अविषयताम प्रत्यग रूपताम तदैक्य ज्ञानात् मोक्षताम च आह, in the mantra. Aha, really so kind is Bhagavan Adi Shankarji to give us in this introductory bhashya, what's going to be there in the next mantra, and preparing our mind. Really great it is. It is really enjoying. So he says, Ishasya means of that Paramatma, the Brahman, the Atman, the reality, Indriyadi avishayatam. He is not the Vishaya, the object for any of the Indriyas. Means through Indriyas, he is not perceivable. Point 1. 2. Pratyag Rupatam. He is the most nearest and nearest and nearest to us in such a manner that he and I are one only. What is the difference between Pratyag and Parag? Everything which is Parag is objective, or everything which is objective is Parag. And the one which is becoming little closer and closer subjective to me, it's called as Pratyak. And so much Pratyak that it is not even other than me at all. That is me alone. That me alone word meaning, if you are able to feel it, that's the meaning of Pratyak Rupata. So the Ishvara is Anindriya Gochara. Second is Pratyak Rupa. Third one is what? Tadaikya Jnanat. When one has the Anubhuti, Jnana of his Ekata with that Brahman, the Atman, Mokshatam. There is no more, he is any more conditioned by any bondages. He has no bondages at all anymore. Mokshatam cha aha. So in this shloka, Anindriyatva of Paramatma, Pratyagrupatva of Paramatma, and knowing him is the moksha. These three are spoken. And then this mantra is very much quoted. It is there also in Katha Upanishad, in other Upanishads also, very much referred by the Gurus in their satsangas. Majadar mantra. Nothing wrong if one by hearts this mantra. So, Sambandha Bhashya is told ईशस्य इंद्रिय विषयताम, ईशस्य प्रत्यग्रूपताम, ईशस्य तद एक ऐक्य ज्ञानात मोक्षताम च आह. Now we'll see the mantra artha, then bhashya. So Bhagavan Shankara is himself is giving it two times. Samandhavashmi there or Mula Bhashya to the mantra. We are studying mantra also, so we are doing it three times. And if we have that good inclination, interest, memory power, wanting to know the meaning of every mantra and retain it, if that type of feeling is there, every mantra is so complete to guide us for that contemplation meditation. Now let us chant this mantra three times. Om Nasandrushe Tishtati Rupamasya Na Chakshusha Pashyati Kaschanainam Hృదయస్థం Manasaya Enam Evam Viduramrutaste Bhavante. Again, Nasandrushe Tishtati Rupamasya न चक्षुषा पश्यति कश्चनैनं हृदयस्थं मनसाय एनम् एवं विदुरमृतास्ते भवन्ति. अगेन न सन्दृशे तिष्ठति रूपमस्य न चक्षुषा पश्यति कश्चनैनं हृदयस्थं मनसाय एनम् एवं विदुरमृतास्ते भवन्ति. Word by word meaning, total meaning, then bhashyarth. With that, my job ends here as a speaker. And then my job starts again for myself to contemplate. Your job also starts for yourself to contemplate and take deeply the meaning of each of these words and mantra and feel for it. Seriously, sincerely, that I must reach to that state of being, which is already me. It's only when you start becoming antarmukha, we can see travel on the vehicle or the boat of mind and intellect sufficiently. There we are in the destination. Okay. So na samdrushe tishtati rupamasya. Again, as we said, this is the Upanishadic style of speaking. अब हम उनको नहीं बदलेंगे, हम उसको समझने का अपना एबिलिटी को बढ़ाएंगे. ये उपनिषद का ऐसा ही अंदाज है. न संदृशे तिष्ठति रूपम अस्य. Asya rupam sandrushe na tishtati. Asya means the Paramatma about whom we are talking. Rupam means his form or expression. Samyak drushe na tishtati. वो ऐसी जगह नहीं बैठा है कि जिसको आप अपने उपाधियों से देख सकते हो. Sandrushe na tishtati means it's not staying in the vicinity of your seeing. See, this is the style of Upanishad. That's why in the Samana Bhasha, the Bhashyakara said that it is Indriya Avishayata. It's not an object of any of the Indriyas. अस्य रूपम संदृश्य न तिष्ठति. इस परमात्मा का रूप आपके इंद्रियों को दिखने की तरह नहीं होता. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, न चक्षुषा पश्यति कश्चन एनम. Nobody has seen him with his eyes. Eye is one pratika for all the faculties. And how many faculties we have? 5 ज्ञानेन्द्रिय, 5 कर्मेंद्रिय, 4 अंतःकरण. सबको डालो इसमें. न चक्षुषा पश्यति कश्चन एनम. Even Bhagavan also cannot see himself with the eyes. Kashchana na pashyati chakshusha. So, we are talking in this language about the ultimate truth. Isn't it? And those who are in the initial days of listening, ये बोर heavy लगता है, ununderstandable लगता है. But those who are श्रद्धा से सुन रहे हैं, getting this bombardment every day, now that intellectual concept starts happening. Then there is that idea, the Paramatma Tattva, who is not perceivable by any of the faculties. And the most beautiful thing about it is what? There forms in us a concept about the Paramatma, that Paramatma is not a concept. which is very healthy. It's required. So the concept has to form in us about the Paramatma Tattva that he is not even concept of the intellect. Forget about the object of the senses. That being within us, the core of our personality and the core of everything that which we see is our goal. उनको हमें पकड़ना है ना. Now you understand, no? Which guru in which life might have blessed us must have that we are exposing ourselves to this knowledge. For that, how many preparations we have to be blessed with and we have to go through. You know, इंडिया में जन्म लेना है, सनातन धर्म में जन्म लेना है, अनेक जन्मों के पुण्य कर करके आस्तिक बनना है. You understand? Then getting somebody in our life or somewhere we are able to ourselves go where these subjects are taught. है ना. मुझे एक जंगल में दुनिया में बहुत एग्जाम्पल होते हैं. लाइक वन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ ब्रह्म कमलम. इट इज समवेयर इन द हिमालयाज टॉप. जो वहां जाएगा वही उसको पकड़ सकता. और देयर इज अनदर थिंग कॉल्ड शिलार्जित. शिलार्जित कहते हैं उसको. शिलाजित और शिलार्जित. एक्चुअल वर्ड इज शिलार्जित, but they call it शिलाजित. कि that is, you know, the peak of the mountain. It will be the other side. Somebody will have to go it and bring it. शिलार्जित. और something deep in the sea or the ocean. और कोई चीज जंगल के अंदर जाओ या सात समुंदर पार. I'm giving all these examples to say that we have traveled all those distances, if at all we have come to the exposure at least about this Brahma Tattva. At least means the information level. यहाँ तक पहुंचना है. अब ये बिगिनिंग है फिर. The understanding aspect, sadhana aspect, अनुभूति aspect, establishing in that अनुभूति, ये चारों हमको नेक्स्ट तय करने वाले डिस्टेंसेस. Now, in your own vicinity of your own family members, your own friend circle, relations में, who are listening to this Brahma Vidya, I'm just an observation for us to understand that we have crossed so many of distances to come to this. Let it not go wasted. है ना. Our own vicinity में किसको मिला है मौका. And now talk about the others. Those are caught up in so many other vyaparas of the world, either for survival or for becoming richer. कोई सब्जी बेचने में फंसा है दिन भर, कोई व्यवसाय करने में फंसा है दिन भर, कोई दलाल स्ट्रीट में फंसा है, कोई स्टॉक मार्केट में. एवरीडे somebody is in politics, कैसे मैं ऊपर उठूं. कोई in different their talents. All of them are doing, but caught up only. They are not to this Brahma Vidya. These are all we're talking about the people who are in our Bharat Mata. Now talk about the people in the foreign countries, जो भोग भूमियां हैं. They're only busy in that. And then what to talk about the people in the Somalia, the Nigeria, the pirates, या ट्राइबल्स जंगल में अमेज़न में है. क्या उनको ये कोई ऐसे पता है कि ब्रह्म विद्या है करके. We were there at that time, one period of history in our past. Somehow, for whatever reasons, we are here now to be here to expose to this Brahma Vidya. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know whether I succeeded in telling it by using these examples and language or not. I don't know. है ना. हर तरह का देखो भाई. कोई बंदा मजबूरी से रिक्शा चला रहा है. How many lives he'll be taking to come to this? That there is something called Brahma Vidya, I have to pursue it. Neither his body, nor his mind, nor his society status, or nothing will permit him for this. General case I am taking. Exceptions होंगे वो suddenly इधर से उधर होता है. No, I'm not talking about the other living beings. The dogs, the cats, the buffaloes. उनका फिर मनुष्य जन्म कब मिलना है. When will they come to India and when they will study Upanishads? In one life you were there. Then what to talk about all the Kita Patanga? Kita Patanga is also Jiva. How many lives it has to take to come to the human? Then spiritual. We have crossed all of them. If we don't use this for the higher evolution, and if you only do those things which make us qualified for those lives, we'll go back to that. ये डराने की धमकी बातें हैं. I'm just to tell that this is how we are blessed to listen to all this. Let us make use of it. It's a very rare thing. Thank all the gurus who have blessed us, all the rishis who gave us the required qualification, etc. or whatever the yogyata. And thank oneself that we were going on doing in every life. थोड़ा थोड़ा. जैसे आज के दिन में अब 1 घंटा क्लास आए, बाकी 23 घंटे और इन द वर्ल्ड. लाइक दैट इन द होल लाइफ यू टेक ऑफ योर 98 years, 100 years, उसमें 1-2 साल इसके लिए किया है. इसलिए हर जन्म में करते करते इधर आए. इफ यू नो इट हाउ इट हेल्प्स, that means what? With the blessings and with my efforts, I can grow spiritually. That information and conviction can come. Then invoke more blessings and guidance, and you yourself involve more and more, then the growth will be more. And only three growths. One is clear conviction, second, the due sadhanas, third, experience and establishing in that. हमको ये चार चीजें करनी है. ओके फ्रेंड्स, सो न संदृशे तिष्ठति रूपमस्य न चक्षुषा पश्यति कश्चन एनम. ये दोनों लाइन बता दिया हमने. सो अस्य रूपम संदृशे न तिष्ठति. The Brahman is not in the vicinity of our any of the faculties. Example, enam kaschitapi kaschana chakshusha napash. None can see this Paramatma with his faculties. Example, eyes. Yeah, chakshu is the pratik for all other instruments. Then, how to realize him? Hruda manasa. Hruda manasa. Hruda means purified heart. Manasa means qualified mind. That Paramatma can be found. Where is he for you to find? Hrudishtam. So Hruda Manasa words go together. Hruda Manasa, by this mind which is single pointed, by this Hridaya which is purified, Hrudishtam, the Lord who is there in your own self, he can be found. And whoever finds him, see that Upanishad एक style है ना, सीधा एक सेंटेंस में बोल रहे हैं, उसको दो में तोड़कर वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड, है ना. What is said here? Hrida hrudistam manasa yenam viduhu ते अमृता भवंत. है ना, हृदय में रहने वाले इस परमात्मा को शुद्ध अंतःकरण से, एकाग्रता से जान सकते हैं. और जो जानता है he will become liberated. So these two ways we have broken. यहाँ ब्रेकिंग नहीं किया. The Lord who is in your own heart, whom can be discovered by the हृदय मनसा, है ना, ये एनम विदु, whoever knows him ते अमृता भवन्ति, they become immortal. So therefore, Hruda Manasa are the sadhanas. Hrudistam is the place where the Paramatma is available. Viduhu is the experience of him. The Amrita Bhavanti is the result. They become immortal. So each of these precious words we'll have to understand through Bhagavan Adi Shankara's Bhashya one by one. Very, very important. Every mantra is so delighting, so encouraging. Thank God we are all being regular, tuning ourselves through these mantras. That purity be maintained, that Shraddha be maintained, that regularity be maintained, the sincerity be maintained. Oh Bhagavan, please, no prarabdha of ours, no murkhata of ours, no bevakufi of ours, no attraction of the world, take us away from this pursuit. Bhaiya bachao humko. The moment we put the book down, see the whole world, the mind, the senses, how quickly waiting outside to drag us into worldliness. इस भाड़ में, इस बहाव में हम बह न जाए. Quickly may we come back to you, O Shruti Mata. ओ गुरु, ओ परमात्मा, मैं तो यही प्रार्थना करता हूँ भैया। वक्त उसके बदौलत ही शायद लॉर्ड इज ब्लेस्ड दैट वन मोर क्लास इज डन, अनदर इज डन। एट माई लेवल ऑफ ग्रोइंग, दिस इज व्हाट इज ब्लेसिंग। नॉट लाइक यू आर ग्रेट महात्मास ऑलवेज इन ब्रह्म तत्व चिंतन। मुझे किताब पकड़ के पढ़ना पढ़ाना पड़ता, तभी जाकर मुझे याद रहे, नहीं तो गयो। So I request the Lord to bless me, that go back and never going away from the truth only, whether I'm in the class talking to you or not, or any other works I have to do. Let all those responsibilities, duties get reduced. Let knowing the truth alone should become duty and responsibility. मैं तो ये मांग कर रहा हूँ भगवान, if this desire or request is wrong, forgive me, but if it is right, give me. Because you are the giver, you are the forgiver. Thank you. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Tatsat Brahma Arpanamastu. Good. Paramarshibhyo Parabrahmane Shruti MAATRE. Join for Gita. थोड़ा सा पढ़ेंगे।